She looks incredible. She said, you just wait. She needs a couple more reps under her belt, and so far so good here with that opening full twisting double tuck and tumbling pass in the exhibition spot. And I asked Jenny Hansen, when are we going to see her in the lineup? Oh, nice job. I think that's the best bar routine I've seen from the freshman so far this year. And an unfortunate fall there from Leah Gonczarowski on the left on her combination pass. Just looked like she wasn't completely in the right position for a perfect landing and sat down her middle pass.
Alexis Hankins, the senior from Omaha, Nebraska, with a career high and season high, will be next to go as she gets on the beam for the Buckeyes.
Great finish there from Leah. Unfortunate fall in the middle of the routine. This is a good moment to remind everyone that there are 6 athletes that compete, 5 scores that count, so they really will want to drop that.
Michigan State, Michaela Tucker, the freshman from Fishers, Indiana, career high 9.9.
Beautiful opening tumbling there from Alexis. As Michaela Tucker nearly drills that Yurchenko 1.5, a 10-0 start value vault. Really important for the Spartans to nail these 10-0 start value vaults. Not all vaults start from a 10, so if you have those that go, it's really important to nail them.
On the bars, Clara Colombo, the senior from Italy, career high 9.925, season high 9.875.
Beautiful work so far by Alexis Hankins on balance beam, just her dismount left. Gorgeous Jaeger there from Clara Colombo on uneven bars, and a hop backward from Alexis on beam. So far, the Buckeyes really need to find these beam dismount landings if they want to stay dangerous in this competition. Oh, smallest hop from Clara Colombo, but an absolutely excellent routine for all gymnastics fans out there. That is such a difficult routine, so well done.
It'll be Gabby Stephen on the left, the junior from Elgin, Illinois. Lauren Pearl on the floor for Minnesota. She's a junior from Milford, Mass.
Big vault here from Gabby. She's capable of perfection, and that is actually an upgraded vault for her. She usually just does a full, that's a 1.5, first time I've seen it this season. Well done adding that difficulty into the lineup, as Lauren Pearl is exquisite on floor exercise. So much beauty in this routine, excellent amplitude on those jumps.
Pearl's career and season high is 9.925.
They really could use that, as again, they had that fall from Leah right before her. So it's up to Lauren to really change the pace of this competition, get the energy back up so the team can move forward from that fall. Nice double pike to finish it off. Stayed inbounds, well done.
For Ohio State, Peyton Harris, the sophomore from Franklin, Wisconsin. Peyton Harris with a career high, season high 9.925. Peyton Harris finishing up on the beam for the Buckeyes.
So the dismount here for Peyton, double twist. There's that stuck landing, exactly what Coach Polisivic wants from this team. And leave it to Peyton to be the one to bring them back on track when it comes to landings. Well done.
So composed, so clutch.
Always has been.
Nikki Smith, sophomore, with a 10 for a career high.
She's capable of really drilling this vault like that. Just like that. Nikki Smith is, wow.
Wait, what did she do wrong there?
Your arms are up in the air, which indicates to me that you want a 10, Dino. I think you want a 10, but I mean, that was, she does it carbon copy like that time and time again. That is incredible work, and it sounds like a 9.975 has come in, so near perfection, but I don't know what that one judge saw to take a half-tenth off.
Well, that's a season high for Nikki Smith, coming at the right time, the big fives. There's Emma Simpton now for Nebraska, the junior from Dallas, 9.9 career high, 9.85 season high.
Beautiful lines from Emma on this event. Gorgeous job finishing in that handstand position.
One of the best in the country, Gianna Gertis on the floor for Minnesota with a 9.95 career high.
Just the dismount here from Emma. That was an excellent routine. I haven't seen her do a technically perfect routine that well in a long time. That was fantastic work at a crucial moment. Opening pass for Gianna, front through to a double tuck. Good work controlling that landing a little bit wide on that lunge position. The gymnasts are allowed to lunge out of those skills, but need to show control when doing so.
Tori Vetter just got on the beam for the Buckeyes, the redshirt sophomore with a career high of 9.925.
Good job on that opening series. A bobble there, so the judges will deduct for that, but good work maintaining her composure. Once again, there's a small bobble. Those tenths do add up ultimately. Nice job there, rock solid on her jump combination. As Gianna finishes up this routine here with a big double pipe. Perfect control on the landing. And a stuck landing, side-by-side stuck landings from Vetter and Gertis. Well done, two of the best in the conference.
And the country, for that matter. Last to go for the Spartans, Sage Kellerman. She's got a 10, the sophomore from the state of Michigan.
And not just 1 10, but 2 10s. She is capable of perfection. Let's see if she can get the stick. Smallest little hop backward. But after that near perfect score from Nikki Smith right before her, that should still score very well.
Really good start for Mike Rose, Michigan State Spartans. Emma Spence, the junior from Canada, with a good chance of making their Olympic team. 9.975 career high, 9.925 season high.
Gorgeous first handstand. That's exactly what the judges are looking for. Finding that perfect position on top of the bar. Once again, well done. Stunning work on that Van Leeuwen. Beautiful amplitude. And just the dismount here. If she could stick this, it's big. That is B1G big. Nice job by Emma Spence. Really finding her groove this season as the team chants 10. I don't disagree with them, if I'm being honest.
Emily Cook, so elegant, the senior from Bloomington, Minnesota. Career high 9.925.
Beautiful opening pass, a front double twist by Emily. See that 9.9 come in for Gianna Gertis. Those 2 9.85s, they do have that fall from Leah Gonczarowski, so they really need hits here from Emily and the great Maya Hoop.
On the left, last to go for the Huskers on the uneven bars, Kinsey Davis, the senior from Huntersville, North Carolina, with a spectacular career high this season of 9.975.
Beautiful work on that combination pass by Emily, and textbook work on uneven bars here for Kinsey. She's had some issues with this dismount. Let's see if she can find the landing. Oh gosh, just like that. I saw her ping off early like that in the warm-up. She just can't get the perfect position before letting go to get that zero deduction landing.
Go back to the beam for Ohio State with her 15th in the country. Ella Hodges, the grad student, with a career high of 9.95 set this season. Ella Hodges.
They call her Elegant Ella for a reason. She has such poise on this event. Incredibly difficult combination there. A standing switch jump into a straddle 3/4. So many moving pieces.
She's 23rd in the country.
Beautiful job there. Wasn't perfect in the air, but you could see her make the necessary change to minimize the deduction. I love this part of the routine. Standing gainer layout step out. Perfect.
On the right, Maya Hooten. Potential for 10 every time she hits the floor. One of the best in the country. Let's soak it in.
Oh, that step on the landing for Ella Hodges is unfortunate. Beautiful opening pass, full twisting double tuck, controlled lunge out of the landing. Nice job getting those jumps all the way around. The judges are looking for where you start the jump and where you finish it. Really important. Dean, you have a big smile on your face. I know you love this routine.
It's the best.
Second pass, beautiful job by Maya having that second salto rise up. That's exactly what the judges are looking for a zero deduction tumbling pass.
I just feel like everybody stops what they're doing to watch Miss Hooten.
She does command the room, that is for sure. Final pass for Maya, big double tuck. Perfect! It's a carbon copy every time. I mean, every routine she does is just like that, and there's nothing to take there. It was absolutely fantastic. I'm no judge. I'm not sitting there. I don't know what they're going to do, but if I was a judge sitting there, I would consider that perfection.
Teammates. So JoJo Warga, you saw it happen, got injured warming up. So this is Samara Buchanan, the freshman from Parkland, Florida, who just fell off the beam for the Buckeyes.
Unfortunate fall here from Samara, and this is her first time in the competition lineup as a freshman. So just an incredibly difficult space to be in. However, they did have 5 hits before this, 2 9.7s unfortunately, but 5 hits. So the fall will be dropped. But it is a bummer as it is her first time in the lineup. A dismount here, round off 1.5 twist and a hop forward. So not the start the Buckeyes wanted. They wanted to come out with a bang here on balance beam and really set the pace. They couldn't quite get those landings. They had a couple really great routines in there from Hodges and from Peyton Harris, but they need to step it up on floor exercise in the next rotation.
Off to a great start here. The Big Fives tonight, the Big Fives tomorrow afternoon. We're headed to the second rotation, which means we'll see Rutgers, but we celebrate Nikki Smith, a season-high 9.975, 4th highest score ever for Michigan State, and Maya Hooten with a big score 9.975 for Minnesota. Fives. Session number 1, session number 2, tomorrow 4:30 Eastern right here on the Big Ten Network. Through one rotation, Michigan State at a 49.45. Minnesota matched that on the vault. You see Ohio State with that 48.95, Nebraska with a 49.175. Rutgers comes into play now in the second rotation.
So there's only 4 events, so that is why there are 5 teams in this competition. 1 is on a bye rotation. That is the rotation between balance beam and floor exercise. So now we will get our first look at the Scarlet Knights on what Umi Salim Beasley calls their best event. She says floor exercise is where we absolutely shine. She's really excited about this floor team and says there's some depth to play with, which is new for the Scarlet Knights.
Let's take a look at what the judges look for on each apparatus, Olivia Karras, and we'll start with vault.
A lot happening on vault. It goes really quickly, but the most important things to look for that the judges are looking for: the execution of the vault, straight legs, pointed toes, height and distance, how high it is off the table, how far from the table it is, and of course the landing. If the athlete shows perfect control, no movement with the feet or with the body, they stay perfectly in a rock solid position, the judges will give that a really good score. Uneven bars, also lots going on here, but the main points of emphasis: perpendicular handstands. Your handstand needs to be right on top of the bar. Releases, athletes will release and catch the bar again. Execution in those releases is crucial, and of course, the perfect stuff dismount as the exclamation point on the end of a great routine. Balance beam, people get a little freaked out by this one, and rightfully so. There is a lot of flipping and twisting on the 4-inch balance beam, but you need to show 180-degree split. The judges need to see that for a requirement. Acro series, connecting two acrobatic elements to show a series. Difficulty and connections. Every skill has a difficulty level, and the more you connect skills, the more difficulty you will get. And of course, that stuck landing, you will hear us say it a lot, but when the gymnast sticks the landing, that is the showing of a great routine and a no deduction element to write on the judge's paper. And finally, floor exercise, arguably the most fun event, as you get to see the athlete really show some personality and have some fun. And people don't love to hear about that personality, but it's true. Controlled lunge out of the tumbling. Every time you are tumbling backward, you can step backwards in a controlled fashion. Forwards, you can step forwards in a controlled fashion. Heighten amplitude of everything you do, of the tumbling, of the leaps and jumps. And again, 180-degree split. You need to show the judge that you can hit that position perfectly to match the requirement.
All right, how about the deductions, Olivia Karas?
Deductions are a point of contention in this sport, but here are a few that you can really pay attention to that can help you as you're learning collegiate gymnastics. If your feet are flexed and your legs are bent, those are two of the main deductions you can see easily. About a 1/2 for flexed feet, anywhere up to 3/10 for bent legs. Important, insufficient split. I just talked about 180-degree split. That can jip you. That can be up to about 2/10. Any wobbles, any movement is about up to 3/10. A fall is a 1/2 point, 5/10. So that's where we talk about dropping a score. That's really important. And again, landings, if you step or hop, that can be anywhere up to 1/10, depending on the size of the landing deduction. And then new for this year, hold your landing position. When the athlete finishes a skill, they need to click their heels together and show 1 second of control before turning to salute the judge. That is to make sure that judges are really keeping a close eye on how those landings look and not missing any potential deductions to keep the integrity of the sport as alive as possible. And if you step out of bounds, that is a flat 1/10 deduction.
Second rotation, the Minnesota Golden Gophers will be on the vault where they're 19th in the country. Michigan State, 6th in the country on the bars. Nebraska will be on the beam, and Rutgers will be on the floor. Great job of breaking down all of the elements and the deductions by our 4-time Big Ten champion from Michigan and multiple-time All-American Olivia Karas. As you see, Minnesota with that 49.45, and then Michigan State with a 49.45, rolling into the bars where they're 6th in the country. We'll start with beam and floor again, as it'll be Isabel Saikon, the freshman from San Antonio for Nebraska, with a career and season high of 9.8 on the beam. And on the floor for Rutgers, Stephanie Zanella with a career high of 9.85. She's a senior.
Isabel stepping up in this leadoff role on balance beam, arguably the most important and difficult position in the entire competition. Means that head coach Heather Brink and her team have a lot of confidence in her just as a freshman.
Well, you said it. I'd be like, no, thank you.
I've been there. I did the same thing my freshman year. It's a lot of pressure, but it means that you can hit when you need to hit.
So the final words for Stephanie Zanella on the right side of your Big Ten Network screen for Rutgers.
Back handspring layout step up for Isabel. Really well done. A little bit of a wobble there on the landing, but nothing major. Opening pass for Stephanie, a double tuck. A little bit of a large lunge there. The judges might deduct a little bit for that, and unfortunately a decent size error on balance beam from Isabel on her switch half element. Really difficult element there. Second pass for Stephanie Zanella. Her combination pass looked like her foot was on the line, not over the line. I'm not quite sure if the foot is on the line. There is no deduction, but over will be that flat 1/10 out of bounds deduction. So we'll have to wait and see what the judges saw. And a dismount there from Isabel, a back handspring tuck 1.5, not the perfect lead-off performance. She did stay on the balance beam, so that is a hit, while not going to likely be that 9.8 mark she had recently.
The leadoff for Michigan State, Skyla Schulte, 9.95 career high, season high, 9.925.
Good work on that Maloney to Bale handstand connection. Skyla is so good at keeping her legs glued together. Perfect execution in the body position. And just that dismount. Mike Rowe decided that he wanted to be in the way, but I think that was a stuck landing on the double layout dismount. Beautiful work by Skyla Schulte. I love seeing her in that leadoff position. She really sets the tone for this bars lineup.
The Spartans stuck 5 of 6 last week against Maryland, and they're off to a great start. Marissa Jex, first to go on the vault for Minnesota.
Marissa performs a Yurchenko full, a 9.95 start value. Good job, full twisting Yurchenko. Looked like she had a little bit of a pike in her body position at the end, which resulted in the hop backward, but a great first vault for the Gophers.
Second up for Michigan State on the bars. Remember, there's 6 in the country. Gabby Stephen, 9.975 career high, 9.95 season high.
Gabby has such lovely lines on this event. A little bit of leg separation there on the counter swing from the Maloney, but great work on that Bale handstand. Again, nice handstand on top of the bar, exactly what the judges are looking for 0 deduction. Just that step forward, that was an under rotation there as she was twisting and moving. Unfortunate there, that's not a perfect stick, but a hit again for the Spartans.
Sophia Wynn, a freshman, up for Minnesota.
Another full twisting Yurchenko here from Sophia. Big step backward on the landing, a good vault in the air. She really just has to open up her hips a little bit more, trust the landing, and it will come.
We go back to the 2 box for the beam and the floor. Allie Gard, the sophomore from Round Rock, Texas, with a career high of 9.875 on the beam. On the right side, it's Harmony Webster, or it's Elliott Goldsmith, my apologies, the freshman from Ringo, Georgia, with a career high of 9.775. Elliott on the right, Allie on the left, for Rutgers and Nebraska, respectively.
Opening pass for Elliott, front double twist, well done there, controlling the lunge out of that pass. It's a really difficult pass to control your landing. And speaking of control, great work there by Allie Gard on her back handspring layout step out series. A full turn, required element for all athletes to complete a turn. And a great second pass by Elliott on the right.
As you see Gard, Heather Brink's model this year, unshakable.
So far, she is looking unshakable on balance beam. Let's see if she can finish it off well. I love that connection. Side aerial, swing through into a switch leap. So difficult and really unique. And oh no, just a little off there on that final and difficult tumbling pass by Elliott. Ending with a 2.5, so difficult. Looks like she just couldn't control the landing, had to throw her chest forward. But a great finish on balance beam by Allie Gard. Littlest step on the landing, but good work.
Olivia Zamarny, the sophomore, third to go for Michigan State. Career high 9.9, season high 9.85.
Really unique bar routine here. Opening up with her bars transition pack salto. And then right into the difficult connection. Maloney into the in-bar Ginger. So well done, very rare in NCAA gymnastics. See if we can get a stick here. Oh, just a little under-rotated. Once again, it looks like they're really trying to stick and not letting it just float as I know they can. So just need to calm down a little bit and let it happen for the Spartans on bars.
Lauren Pearl for Minnesota, career high 9.825.
Lauren competes a full twisting Yurchenko, lots of height, smallest little shuffle there. Looks like she couldn't quite hold it, had to take another step backwards. So the judges will deduct for every foot movement they saw. Unfortunately, there was more than one there, but she has incredible height on that vault.
Back to the bars for Michigan State. Sage Kellerman, the sophomore, with a career high 9.95 set this season.
Sage is well known for her work on vault, but she is an incredible uneven bars worker as well. Good job on that straddle Jaeger. She just looked a little bit close to the bar, but good work on that bail handstand. Excellent position in the handstand. And there again, that handstand was lovely. Nice work. Let's see if Sage can break the thread there a little bit back on that double layout. Unfortunately took a hop, so they aren't really finding these dismount landings like they were over on vault earlier. Just need to settle in a little bit on uneven bars, but a hit. Again, I'm being really nitpicky here. That was a hit.
Cenge Boxkai from Hungary on the beam for Nebraska. That's on the left. And then Harmony Webster, a sophomore from Georgia with a 9.9 career high on the floor for the Scarlet Knights.
Beautiful triple series from Cenge. A little bit of a soft back knee. You saw that knee bend just a little bit. But a great opening pass from Harmony Webster. She is one of my favorite floor workers on this Rutgers squad. She is all smiles, lots of energy, big tumbling, really has the full package. Gorgeous extension on those leaps on floor exercise by Harmony.
We've only seen 1.99 so far today. It was Gianna Gertis from Minnesota on the floor.
Double twist by Cenge, just that step backward. A hit routine, but really looking for these Nebraska Cornhuskers to nail these dismount landings. Those are where the tenths really add up. Final pass there from Harmony Webster. A big hop backward, unfortunately, but a fun routine.
Sarah Mora, the sophomore from Holland, Michigan. Career high 9.9 for Minnesota.
Full twisting Yurchenko here. Let's see if Sarah can find that landing. Just that step backward. She is so much height on that vault. Really think she can see the landing. So hopefully as the weeks go on, she can really control that landing and feel more confident in letting it happen.
Fifth in the lineup for Mike Rowe, Nikki Smith. Career high 9.97 high, 9.975, season high 9.925.
Big amplitude on her opening release move. Back down to the low bar. Good job there working through that half turn. The judges are looking for that to land in the perfect handstand position. She was right within that 10-degree margin. Just the dismount here for Nikki. There we go. It looked like a stick to me. It was pretty dang close, but nice work there from Nikki Smith, bringing them back on track.
Asia Hall live on the beam, the junior from Fayetteville, Arkansas, with a career high 9.9.
Oh gosh, looks like that back foot just slipped on her series. I was about to say she has incredibly gorgeous lines. Just looked like she couldn't get the back foot on the balance beam. But bringing it back with that front aerial element.
Starting for Rutgers on the floor, Aaliyah Aird with a 9.9 career high, the junior out of Garden, Florida.
Big double pike, but unfortunately out of bounds. The judges will deduct for the over rotation as well as that flat 1/10 for being out of bounds. And a nice stick there from Asia Hall. Super bummed about that fall early on in the routine, as the rest of the routine looked lovely.
Gianna Gertis, 9.9 career high, the senior from Delaware, Ohio. Got to be a good choice for winning the all-around.
Gianna competes at Yurchenko 1.5. Difficult vault, starts from a 10-0, but over-rotated there. You saw she took a couple of steps forward, so the judges will deduct for the over-rotation and the steps forward. can't quite get the landings over there on vault. That's one of the areas of focus that Jenny Hansen pointed to, so unfortunately they can't quite get it today.
Delaney Harkness, career high 9.95. Last to go for Mike Rowe and the Spartans. She's a senior from Leslie, Michigan.
And this routine can be absolutely excellent. She is textbook on her technique as Aaliyah Aird finishes her flow routine. Beautiful so far. I have no deduction in this routine. And just the dismount there, wow! Incredible work by Delaney Harkness, my goodness.
Maya Hooten, the anchor on the vault for the Golden Gophers.
See if Maya can find this landing here. Another big hop forward. It looked like the Gophers just had a lot of energy over on vault, which is great. They just couldn't find how to control that energy and keep the deductions minimal on the landings. And there we see a 9.825 coming in. So nothing above a 9.85. That score came in from Sarah Mora.
So hugs for Maya Hooten, the anchor for Jenny Hansen. 10-year head coach for Minnesota, celebrating 50 years of women's gymnastics. Fifth ones to go on beam and floor, respectively. Emma Spence, the junior from Canada, career high 9.925. And Gabrielle Dildy, a freshman from Virginia Beach, career high 9.85.
So unfortunate there, a fall from Emma Spence on an incredibly difficult double wolf turn. Something you rarely see in NCAA gymnastics, becoming a little bit more common, but it's so hard to execute well, and you saw that there, unfortunately. But brings it back with a difficult triple series, front aerial to 2 back handsprings. I don't know the last time I really saw a mistake like that from Emma Spence, but these gymnasts are all human beings, so it happens.
You said earlier, through the first rotation, Gianna Gertis was the only gymnast with a 9.0. Michigan State had 3 9.0s.
9.9s, yes, on vault, that's correct. Oh, and just an off routine overall for Emma Spence. Couldn't quite find her groove after that fall. Really will shock you there once you fall on the first skill in your routine. It's so hard to get back up and finish once you know you already have that fall.
Four athletes with 9.9s. Thanks for that correction, Olivia, as we still finalizing some scores, and you see the active scoring on the bottom of your Big Ten Network screen. Of course, Meredith Polasevic's Buckeyes on the bye here. Still waiting for the score for Aaliyah Aird as Gabrielle Dildy, the freshman from Virginia Beach, with that 9.85 career high.
Another really fun routine here for Rutgers. Big opening pass, the connection pass, front through to a double tuck. Beautiful control on the landing.
Just caught a glimpse of the student assistant coach, Hannah Joyner. She was a rock star for Rutgers.
So fun seeing her staying in the sport with her team. We got some Earth, Wind, and Fire here. I like it. Final pass for Gabrielle, double pike to a stuck landing. Well done.
Sophia McClellan, the senior from California, now on the beam for Heather Brink and Nebraska with a career high of 9.95. Well done by Dildy. Umi Salim Beasley says her team on the floor is sassy, exciting, and fun.
I would say that is exactly what that routine was. Saw that double wolf turn there from Sophia. Executed very well. See the scores there, they really need a big hit here. Nice job on that back handspring layout, step out. Difficult there, that's called a double stag jump. The athlete takes their eyes off the balance beam, so as if beam isn't hard enough, you have to take your eyes off of the beam. So difficult. Just the dismount here, back handspring, tuck 1.5. Oh, just that step, she couldn't quite hold on to it. But a hit routine there after the fall from Sophia McClellan, but they did have a fall earlier in the lineup as well from Asia Hall. So unfortunately, the Huskers are going to count a fall on balance beam.
Emily Lease, the senior from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, with a career high of 9.925 last to go. As you can see, we still do not have the score from Dildy, who went right before Emily Lease.
Emily Lease is one of the leaders of this Rutgers team, both in the gym and out. Big opening pass, full twisting double tuck. Lost a little bit of control there on the landing, but so much height and amplitude.
Solid score, 9.875. That's a new career high for Dildy.
Great jumps there from Emily Lease. Good job starting in one spot and finishing the jump in the same spot. Really important for the judges to see. Final pass for Emily. Her combination pass front through to a double tuck. Good job there. She was a little bit off on the landing and really worked it to hold as much as she could to minimize the deduction. That is why she is their anchor. Really knows how to perform under pressure. Great work.
Rutgers Scarlet Knights, their fans are at Rec Hall, coming over from New Jersey. Michigan State, they're 6th in the country on the unevens, and they had 3 9.9s. Skyla Schulte had a 9.9. Nikki Smith had a 9.9. Delaney Harkness had a 9.9. Third rotation with Nebraska on the bye. Gymnastics on the Big Ten Network is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Buckeye fans are here, and we take a look at the focus of our State Farm State of Success. Michigan State is undefeated in the Big Ten, so they've also had a lot of 10s.
Sage Kellerman came out with that perfect 10 in the first meet of the season, again on the Big Ten Network with us at Michigan on vault. Nikki Smith, first 10 on floor in program history for Michigan State. And Jory Jackard last season coming out with a perfect 10 on uneven bars. So they are not unaware of what it feels like to get a perfect 10. We love to see that from the Super Spartans.
And of course, we all love to see Olivia Karras as well. And Michigan State loving what they're seeing as Michigan State leading through 2 rotations. They were outstanding on the bars. Michigan State getting ready. Dean Linke here with Olivia Karras, and a really good start for Michigan State.
But take a look there at Minnesota, just 2/10 behind Michigan State. So this is a close competition, especially considering the fact that Minnesota is going into uneven bars, and they've really done a great job.
What I want to know, the 5 teams that go tomorrow, What are they thinking right now as they're watching this?
Well, if they have a good coach, they're probably not watching it, because you're not supposed to pay attention to what else is going on. Focus on what's going on for you. But you can't deny the fact that really great gymnastics is happening here right now. It's great for our conference. It's great for the entire NCAA. And it's nice to scout to see what you're going to see at the Big Ten Championship in March.
Yeah, that'll be right around the corner indeed. Big Ten Plus delivers thousands of non-televised live events, access to next-day on-demand replays, multi-view to watch up to 4 games at once, and a 24/7 channel for your favorite school. There's no plus like home. Subscribe and stream for as low as $9.95 a month at BigTenPlus.com. Rec Hall has seen a lot of great champions, as they've had a lot of incredible events at Rec Hall. How much did Olivia Karras enjoy performing at Rec Hall?
Well, we performed at Rec Hall my senior year for the Big Ten Championship, and it was quite an emotional Big Ten Championship, so I can say I have some tremendous memories in Rec Hall from my career.
All right, now Nebraska goes to the bye, as Rutgers will be on the vault, Minnesota on the bars, Michigan State 9th in the country on the beam, Ohio State 10th in the country on the floor. When you have to sit out midway through your Nebraska, what's Heather Brink trying to do with her athletes?
It depends. Every team has a different way of going about buys. We don't see buys as much with the new format of postseason. So sometimes when you have a buy, you're a little bit like, what am I supposed to do? But I remember back in the day, we used to sometimes color, we used to listen to music, but really just rest, get your focus back, and be prepared for what's ahead.
All right, we're going to step aside before we hit the third rotation. It's the Big Five, Session 1 from Rec Hall. Back at Rec Hall, reminding you that with the Big Fives, only 3 of the 5 teams have competed in every event so far. That's Michigan State with the lead at 98-675, Minnesota in second, followed by Nebraska.
And this is because there are 4 rotations, 5 teams, so that bye rotation makes it so the scoring gets a little tricky. Everyone will compete on every event, but at this point, this is where we're at. I'm really loving this 98-475 from Minnesota with 2 events that they really can go big on with uneven bars and balance beam. They're definitely knocking at the door with Michigan State, but Michigan State has 2 of their best events left, and that is balance beam and floor exercise, 2 of which they can be zoned in and have a party.
Minnesota, 19th in the country. There's still a minute to go in the warm-up clock. That was all because of scoring inquiries as it related to the floor in the last rotation. Umi Salim Beasley, as she's trying to get the scores right. Her 6th season, Umi Salim Beasley. Remember, she had a 10 on the bars as a gymnast at West Virginia. Michigan State Spartans, what a turnaround for Mike Rowe, but there's Bev Plocky's Michigan Wolverines sitting right there, followed by Ohio State, Minnesota, Illinois, Penn State, Nebraska, Maryland. You see Iowa at 31 and Rutgers at 45.
You know, with Michigan State in the top 10, I think I speak for most of the gymnastics fans out there when they say everyone is thrilled for this program, and they're earning it, they're doing it, they're succeeding, they're doing the best gymnastics, and they're not being given scores. They're working hard for the scores that they're receiving. There's other Big Ten teams like we're talking about that are knocking at the door. The Wolverines there at number 11, competing tomorrow, as well as Ohio State and Minnesota really are looking great this season. I know we didn't see the Ohio State beam lineup. We've seen the remainder in the past this season, but that doesn't mean they can't wipe that away and go out with a bang here on floor exercise.
Final huddle for the Buckeyes as they get ready for the floor. You saw Mike Rowe a moment ago, and one of the things that Mike Rowe is showing with some of these superstar freshmen is it's not a fluke what he's doing at Michigan State. He's bringing in some great athletes each and every year.
They're clearly recruiting beautifully, and people want to go there. The culture looks incredible. The team looks warm and inviting, and I'm just so stoked that Big Tens will be in East Lansing this year, really get a feel of that Spartan pride on the ground to experience that. I think it's going to be really exciting.
The 4-box here on the Big Ten Network, where folks at home have been able to see every single participant. Savannah Gonzalez gets things going on the floor. The senior from Indio, California, with a career high, season high, 9.875.
Head coach Meredith Pelisiewicz calls this their best event. They have that high dynamic tumbling, clean leaps, great choreography, and you see that high dynamic tumbling right there. Opening pass, double pike from Savannah.
Gianna Khalifi, 9.925 up on the beam for Michigan State, who again, 9th in the country on the beam.
Gianna has been so critical to their success as a team, only competing balance beam so far this season, but she's in that coveted leadoff spot. And that's why such clean, sharp gymnastics, difficult gymnastics, opening up with that triple series.
A senior from California. Both Khalifi and Gonzalez, Californians.
Final pass here for Savannah. Combination pass, 1.5 to front layout. Little uncertain there of the landing. Did well of recuperating and continuing through the routine. As Gianna Khalifi gets ready for her dismount here. Cartwheel to a gainer full. And a stuck landing. That is why she is their leadoff performer. She's ace on balance beam. Absolutely nails it whenever she's called up.
You saw the lineup for Minnesota. They're 19th in the country. Marissa Jenks, career high 9.9. Junior from Madison, South Dakota.
Big opening release, her Ray release move. Good execution on that skill. A little shy of handstand on her bail handstand transition. Needs to show that perfect handstand position for the judges to not take a deduction. Just the dismount here. Double layout, littlest hop forward. So not a perfect routine. I've seen Marissa compete routines a little bit cleaner than that in the past, but a hit routine to start things off for the Golden Gophers.
First up for Rutgers, Valentina Lorente Garcia, the sophomore from Virginia Beach.
Opening up with a full twisting Yurchenko. Big hop back there on the landing. Couldn't quite open the hips to find that perfect stuck landing. I sound like a broken record when I say that on vault, but that is the purpose of these deductions.
Second for the Gophers, the freshman for Minnesota, Sophia Wynn, with a 9.8 career high.
Big release move there. Jaeger to a shoot over, some bent knees in the Jaeger, so the judges will deduct execution-wise. A big wind-up here for her dismount. Double layout. And a stuck landing, a little bit of a chest forward check there, so the judges will deduct for that. They won't deduct for her feet as they did not move, but it was not a zero deduction landing.
Michaela Tucker, the freshman from Fishers, Indiana, with a career high of 9.9, now on the beam from Michigan State. Meanwhile, Sydney Washington, by way of Ann Arbor, Michigan, and a transfer from Pitt on the floor for Ohio State with a career high 9.95.
Sydney has brought so much new perspective and energy to this Buckeye team. Speaking of energy, Michaela Tucker has just been on fire this year in her freshman campaign. Beautiful work on those jumps. Split three-quarter landing sideways on the beam, so difficult. Final pass here for Sydney Washington as she brings the JT energy on floor exercise. Great double tuck. And what a fun routine from Sydney Washington on floor exercise.
She was way up there.
Oh yeah, that was clutch height.
On the right, Isabella Hughes, Rutgers vault, the junior from Greensboro, North Carolina, 9.825 career high.
Beautiful vault in the air there from Isabella. Again, just that landing, they're giving away a lot of tenths on the landing, but the actual vault themselves, the bones of the vault, is really good.
Minnesota third on the bars. Ella Siriord, career high 9.9, the senior from the state of Minnesota.
She received great kudos from head coach Jenny Hansen, saying she stepped up so much in her senior year. Excellent amplitude on her release series. Here's that dismount, blindfold double tuck, smallest shuffle of one of the legs. But again, I mean, as a senior, to step up the way that she has on uneven bars and balance beam and to be so clutch for this team, incredible work.
Showed up every day for practice, waited her turn. This year's her time, and she's delivering. Rachel Riley, the sophomore from Canada, third to go for Rutgers with a career high 9.775.
She is one of these athletes I am beyond excited about her career. Full twisting Yurchenko with that hop backward once again, but she is returning from an unfortunate Achilles tear last season, and head coach Umi Celine Beasley said the highlight of her year so far has been seeing her come back.
Gabby Ortiz on the left for Michigan State with a career high of 9.9. She's a freshman from Tampa. And Kaylin Mintz on the right for the Buckeyes, the sophomore from Wilmington, North Carolina, 9.925 career high.
A little shaky there from Gabby Ortiz on her opening series. Really good work of not falling off the balance beam. You see her come back with that jump connection, as Kaylin Mintz is really putting on a show on floor exercise, especially that opening full twisting double tuck was up there in the rafters. Dismount here from Gabby. Hop backward, so off all around on that beam routine. She did not come off the balance beam. It just wasn't up to her standard. But again, that can be the routine they drop if the remaining athletes go big.
Jordan Leiden with a career high of 9.975, the freshman from Stillwater, Minnesota, fourth to go for the Go to Gophers.
An incredible finish to an awesome routine by Kaylin Mintz, just what the Bucks needed. Beautiful Maloney Bale handstand, and she has been near perfect with a career high 9.975 on this event. If she can get the landing here, it could be big. Oh yeah. Nice job by the fantastic freshman Jordan Leiden. The Gophers needed that as Ortiz opened the door ever so slightly on balance beam.
Aaliyah Aird, junior, Garden, Florida, 9.875 career high.
Another full twisting Yurchenko here from Aaliyah. She knows how to find the landing. Let's see if she can get it today. And just under rotated there on that landing. Couldn't quite find the no deduction position. Just looks like she missed the block a bit that resulted in the lack of height and the execution deduction.
8th in the country on the beam, the always entertaining Skyla Schulte with a career high 9.95.
Skyla Schulte is one of those people when you're asked who would be the people you would have lunch or dinner with, dead or alive, I think she's on my list. I would love to have lunch or dinner with her. I feel like I would be laughing the entire time and learn a lot, ultimately.
She's got great energy. So does Tori Vetter, the redshirt sophomore from Hilliard, Ohio, on the floor, 9.925.
Beautiful job on that difficult opening leap combination from Skyla. We are seeing excellence side by side here from Skyla and Tori Vetter. Beautiful double tuck, clean as always. And Skyla doing what she does best, owning balance beam. Gorgeous jumps on floor from Tori in a rock-solid back handspring layout step-out series with the smallest softness in her knees on that back layout. But here's the dismount to a step landing. Skyla Schulte doing Skyla Schulte things all day, every day.
Gianna Gertis, senior from Delaware, Ohio, career high 9.925. She will be in the all-around story. Minnesota has the advantage of getting all 4 done, and then they get to sit and watch. Does that help?
Right. It depends on what situation you're in, as Tori Vetter finished yet another pristine routine, and so far Gianna Gertis short on that last handstand, but doing great so far. Just that arm swing on the landing. So while the feet didn't move, the judges will deduct for the swing of the arms. But man, that floor routine from Tori Vetter was exquisite.
Gabrielle Dildy, the freshman from Virginia Beach, 9.85 career high.
Another full twisting Yurchenko here. Let's see if she can find the landing. A little bit better there. Again, just another hop on the landing. You're noticing as the tenths add up when the athletes are not getting those perfect stuck positions, but excellent height execution in the air. Body position looks really good. Just needs to trust that the landing will come if she opens up the hips a little bit before the ground.
Rutgers Rachel Riley, by the way, a new career high 9.8. As we head back to the beam for Michigan State, Bailey Garcia, 9.95 career high for the senior. Peyton Harris getting ready on the floor on the right of your Big Ten Network screen. The sophomore from Franklin, Wisconsin with a 9.925 career high.
Handspring layout step out from Bailey. Great job working through that. The arms had a little bit of uncertainty there, but she really did her best to minimize the deduction. And Peyton Harris, I mean, so much fun on this floor exercise routine. Beautiful work there from Bailey. Front aerial to a split jump. She has such a calming presence on balance beam. And a difficult opening pass from Peyton Harris. Front double twist to a punch front. Lots of moving pieces there, done really well. Good job getting those jumps all the way around on floor. The beam dismount, back handspring, gainer full. Bailey Garcia, exactly what the Spartans needed to build momentum off of Skyla Schulte's incredible beam routine.
Michigan State, they've got some flash, and then they just have some solid, consistent performers. Nice combination.
It's the recipe for a really good team.
Maya Hooten, the anchor for Minnesota. Career high 9.95.
And a double pike there from Peyton Harris. Smallest scoot backward with the front foot, but an excellent routine from the super sophomore. And so far, so good here from Maya Hooten. The amplitude on her opening release move is incredible. Just the dismount here, a full out with a small scoot backward, but that will certainly get rid of the 9.6 score earlier in the lineup from Marissa Jenks and keep the Gophers on track with Michigan State.
Last to go for Rutgers on the vault, Emily Lease with a career high 9.925.
Emily competes the only 10-0 start value in this lineup. Yurchenko 1.5. Small hop forward, but well done. She's really improved that vault in her career, and this year it just looks better than ever.
Yeah, the senior has brought us some special moments for Rutgers. Gabby Stephen, the anchor for the Spartans on the beam with a career high of 9.95, season high 9.925.
This is really important as you see that 9.65 from Gabby Ortiz. And with counting that score, the Spartans are down a 10th from Minnesota. So really important for Gabby to hit here and hit big. Incredible front aerial with 2 feet. I can't even express to you how difficult that is. I can't even comprehend how she does that so well.
Ella Hodges for the Buckeyes on the floor on the right side of your Big Ten Network screen with a career high of 9.95.
So far, so good here from Gabby Stephen. Ella Hodges' perfection on that opening pass, a clinic on a zero deduction lunge right there. Good work on that back handspring layout step out from Gabby. She really had some trouble with that last weekend and not this weekend.
Ella watched Tori Vetter tie her career high with a 9.925.
And her leaps were just lovely on floor exercise. Just the dismount here from Gabby Steven. Hopefully a stick will cap off an incredible routine and a small scoot backward, but that will absolutely replace the 9.65 score from Gabby Ortiz to bump the Spartan score up.
Hodges for the Buckeyes.
Final pass here, Rudy to layout step out. Absolutely perfect. She's received numerous 9.95s. I actually don't understand why she hasn't received a 10, because I think she executes everything to perfection, does everything she needs to do. And Meredith Polisiewicz is screaming 10. I'm right there with you, sister. I think we could absolutely and justifiably get a 10 from Ella Hodges this evening.
You said it, Meredith Polisiewicz, the first one to put up the 10s. Now the fans wearing the scarlet and gray that traveled up to Happy Valley Rec Hall also believe that Ella Hodges deserves a 10. Still waiting to see what the score will be. Vetter already in with that 9.925 that tied her career high. Michigan State will sit out the next rotation. A 9.95 once again for Ella Hodges.
I mean, I'm not going to complain. It's a great score. I'm not complaining.
Big score from Ella Hodges and a big score from Tori Vetter with a 9.925. Michigan State will sit back and watch the fourth rotation when we return. Tomorrow, the Big Five meet continues in Happy Valley with Session 2 as Illinois, Iowa, Maryland, Michigan, and Sarah Shire Brown's Penn State Nittany Lions compete. Coverage begins at 4:30 Eastern only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Through 3 rotations, and Michigan State now on the bye. They will have to keep a close eye on Minnesota, a narrow lead for the Spartans. Minnesota pretty good on the beam. Need to remind you that none of these teams have competed against each other. That's why you'll pick up potentially 4 wins. That's the goal for Michigan State, to clinch the Big Ten regular season title outright. But Minnesota could make some noise if they can be solid on the beam. That almost seems impossible. You know?
It's a tall ask, but this beam team has been excellent so far this season, and really 2 of the key players in this lineup are seniors Katie Horak and Ella Serjord. They have been so great for Jenny Hansen's beam team, and she told us this week that it's been such a surprise, both a surprise and a celebration, that these athletes have found their stride in their senior year, still loving the sport, finding new ways of contributing to the program. That is really incredible when you think about, after 3 years, finding your stride like that.
That's the all-around story here on this first day of the Big Fives, with Minnesota's senior Gianna Gertis at 29.55. Schulte and Steven from Michigan State at 2nd and 3rd. Vetter and Harris from the Buckeyes at 4 and 5. And you see the Nebraska Cornhuskers with a couple all-arounders as well. So Michigan State has to sit and watch, and I feel like this will be where their focus is.
But they also have 1 more rotation. So you think about this bye and you're wondering, what do we do? How do we move forward like that? As Umi Salim Beasley, my favorite thing about her is when the shoes come off on bars. Bars is her event. The shoes come off, and she becomes an absolute, she's glued into this rotation. Heels don't matter. It is not about looking good right now. It is about being there for her team, getting into the nitty-gritty of it. She is just, I just enjoy talking to her and getting to know her and this Rutgers program. She mentioned that it's no surprise that since Hannah Joyner graduated, it's a building year, but it's exciting for them.
Oh, and of course, the injury, and you know all about suffering injuries in performance, as JoJo Warga injured warming up earlier today and out of the lineup, and it looked pretty major.
It just makes my heart want to break for her. Like, I'm sitting here watching her, and I've been there, I get it, but to see her out there with her team as engaged as she possibly can be, given the circumstance, and you see that boot on her foot as well as the crutches. She can't be jumping around or anything, but she's using her voice. She's a leader on this team. Coach Polisiewicz said that inside and outside of the gym, she's really crucial to the team's success. So you just have to shift your mindset, and I think she's one of those leaders who can do that, but she's also allowed to be sad, and it sucks, and I feel for her, but I love to see that camaraderie for her team.
Well, let me be a witness, because I can tell you all 10 coaches on our coaches' calls have given Olivia Karas credit for that time she was out for her Achilles, with being a great cheerleader for her team. And you were always engaged, Olivia, when you were.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we got the 4-box. Minnesota, here's Marissa Jenks. And the floor is Stephanie Zanella for Rutgers.
This is Nebraska floor. This is Whitney Jenks leading off with a front layout to a Rudy. Really well done from the freshman. Coach Heather Brink said that this is likely their best event. They've really added depth. They can rely on several people to step in. It's been fun playing around with the configuration of this lineup.
Emily Cook, the leadoff on the beam for Minnesota. They're 11th in the country.
Beautiful back handspring layout step out from Emily. Gorgeous lines on this event. She's been in the leadoff position for the Golden Gophers for a few years now. Really comfortable with this role.
Whitney Jenks, the freshman from South Dakota, with a career high 9.8 for the Cornhuskers on the floor.
Gorgeous skill there from Emily Cook, and followed up by that rock-solid double tuck by Whitney Jenks. Seeing two incredible leadoff performers here, and a stick from Emily Cook. That's exactly what the Gophers need if they want to put pressure on the Spartans. Again, they're only behind by about 7,500, and that is a lot and a little, so it depends. You got to find these landings.
Bars, Jackie Manifold for Rutgers, the junior from Albuquerque, with a career high of 9.7.
Nice opening handstand from Jackie. She leads into her Ray release move right into the shoot over. Well done, great execution.
First up for the Buckeyes on the vault, Sydney Washington, career high 9.9.
Dismount here for Jackie Manifold. And a near stuck landing from Sydney Washington in the leadoff position. A little bit off on that landing there. A difficult dismount from Jackie Manifold on bars. It's a 1.5 twist. You really don't see twisting much off of uneven bars, so kudos to her. But that vault from Sydney Washington was huge.
Allie Rourke, the junior from Waverly, Nebraska, with a career high of 9.9.
Opening pass here for Hallie. Combination pass front through to a double tuck. Beautiful control.
Lauren Pearl getting ready to mount the beam for the Golden Gophers. Junior from Milford, Mass, with a career high, season high, 9.875.
Good work on those jumps from Hallie. A little bit shy of the full turn on that straddle full, but good work bringing it back on the wolf full. Rock solid by Lauren Pearl, back handspring, layout, step out. She has such an aggressive tempo to this beam routine. Really certain of all of her movements.
Cook with a 9.775. I feel like that's a little low.
I agree, unless we missed something. I feel like that's just a little stingy. A nice double pike there from Hallie on floor, and beautiful extension on the leaps from Lauren Pearl on balance beam. Front aerial to beat jump. Good job working through that connection by Lauren. A little bit off on the front aerial, and she really remained tight on that front aerial. And there's the gainer full. That step back on the landing is likely going to be a 10th deduction, and the Gophers really have to nail these landings to stay close.
On the bars for Rutgers, Elliott Goldsmith, the freshman from Ringgold, Georgia, with a 9.65 career high.
A little shy of handstand there on that last handstand position. The double layout, just that step backward, but good working through that routine. The bones are there, really just has to tighten up some of the execution.
Caitlin Grimes, the junior for the Buckeyes, 9.9 career high, season high.
And Coach Paula Civic calls her one of the unsung heroes of this team. Big full twisting Yurchenko, small little scoot backward, but Caitlin Grimes really put the work in this offseason, and it's showing.
Changay Boxguy on the floor for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. As you see, Rourke with a 9.9, tying her career high.
A difficult opening pass, that 2.5 twist to a punch front. Lots of moving pieces in that tumbling pass, executed very well.
Cornhuskers are 20th in the nation on the floor. Minnesota 11th. That's Sarah Morrow, sophomore from Holland, Michigan. Last week had a 9.9.
She looked absolutely solid last week. Watching her routine as the Gophers competed against Illinois, she looked incredible on balance beam. Right there, that back handspring layout step out, exactly like she performed. Beautiful side aerial as Changay gets ready for her final pass, double pike. And a beautiful double pike, the smallest little movement on her left leg. Couldn't quite show the lunge position. Looked like she took a step, unfortunately, but a really great routine. I see why Coach Heather Brink says that this is their strongest event. Small movement of the foot by Sarah. The rest of the routine was excellent.
Third up on the bars for Rutgers, Valentina Lorente Garcia with a career high 9.8.
Nice connection there. Maloney to pack Salto off on that half turn. Needed to land in that handstand. And shy there of handstand on the final skill, but a double layout, small scoot backward, but a really great routine. Lots of dynamic elements in that routine. Really, if she can tighten up the execution, that will score very well.
Nicole Riccardi, the senior from East Northport, New York. Career high, season high, 9.9.
And Nicole is very good at finding this stuck landing. Let's see if she can do it again today. Little under-rotated there. Looked like she just needed to open the hips up a little bit more, so the judges will deduct for that step as well as the under-rotation. But let's see if they can drop that score.
Fourth up for Rutgers on the bars, Olivia Denovi, the freshman from Mount Royal, New Jersey, with a career high of 9.8.
Beautiful first handstand there. Oh no. It looks like she just pinged off the bar. Her grip must have slipped or something. I haven't seen an athlete do something like that in a really long time. I hope she's okay. It looks like the trainer is just talking to her to make sure she's all right, but gosh, scary, but thank gosh she's okay.
Martina Comine with a career high of 9.925, the senior from Italy, on the floor for the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Really nice jump combination there. We had a great view of how she needs to stay square on those jumps. She did a really nice job.
Denovi going to get back up on the bars for Rutgers.
And let me tell you, after having a fall like that, it is incredibly mentally taxing to get back up on the event and finish the routine. And major kudos to her so far for doing that and doing the skill where that happened very well, as Martina Comine comes out with an incredible final pass and a great routine there from Olivia Denovi. Unfortunate fall, scary fall, but to see her get back up like that, that takes some grit.
Gianna Gertis, career high 9.9 on the beam. When she is in rhythm, she is unbelievable on the beam.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what they need here. They need to get rid of that 9-7 score early on. Front aerial, beautiful job, really tight in her body position, maintaining control over the balance beam. Here's her acrobatic series, back handspring layout, step out. Oh no, oh. Gosh, so unlike her. Oh no.
Peyton Harris, 9.95 career high for the Buckeyes.
And a near stick from Peyton Harris on a 10-0 start value vault. Yurchenko 1.5. Nice recovery there after the uncharacteristic step forward from Nicole Riccardi, as Gianna Gertis making her way through this routine. It is, I can tell you, very difficult to get back up after a fall, knowing the routine is not your best, having to finish the routine. Doing a great job so far in finishing up just the dismount here for Gianna. Back handspring gainer full to a stick, but a really unfortunate fall in a moment where the Gophers needed a big score.
Yeah, Gianna Gertis, such a fantastic career at Minnesota, will be disappointed with that fall. You see right there, that says it all. Aaliyah Aird on the left, bars for Rutgers with a career high of 9.875. And on the floor, Sophia McClellan, 9.925 career high.
Sophia is such a fun performer on floor exercise. Check out that height from Aaliyah Aird on the piked Jaeger, well done. Same thing there with the Bale handstand transition, very good technique. Shy of handstand there, unfortunately, and just the dismount for Aaliyah. Little pike in that double layout position, but that opening release move is really well done. So far, so good on floor exercise for Sophia McClelland.
Great mount from Katie Horak, the senior from Buffalo, 9.95 career high. What a story she's been, along with Sear-Yord.
That handspring layout, step out. Oh, she looked off too, and well done, really keeping things tight on that series to minimize deductions. Final pass here from Sophia McClelland. Rudy to a huge layout step out. Loving her facial expression, such a fun athlete. And an incredible series there. Pike jump, straddle half, and then the beat jump to the standing layout from Katie Horak, so difficult.
Tori Vetter, 9.925 career high for the Bucks.
She drilled this last week, pretty much looks just like that. Two side-by-side stuck landings, one on vault, one on beam, both in crucial moments for the Bucks and the Gophers. Katie Horak, I mean, my gosh, with her career and her story, so great to see her on the competition floor.
Last to go for Rutgers on the bars, Avery Balzer, the senior from Ohio, 9.95 career high.
She has textbook execution on this event. Beautiful handstand, pointed toes, straight legs, and a nice double layout, just that hop backward, but she certainly will compete for the Uneven Bars Championship at the Big Ten Championship.
Last to go for Heather Brink in Nebraska, Emma Spence, the junior from Canada, 9.925 career high.
I love that she takes her hair out of the bun and into the ponytail for floor, really have some fun. She knows how to perform in this routine.
Last beam for the Golden Gophers, Ella Siriord, the senior from Andover, Minnesota, career high 9.95. They'll take that right now.
I absolutely will. Nice full turn for Ella as Emma Spence with her jump combination, great extension, showing 180 degrees, as we mentioned, that is a requirement on floor. Rock solid back handspring layout step out from Ella Siriord. Final pass here from Emma Spence, double pike, little bit of a scoot backward, but controls it well, manages to stay inbounds, which is super important.
Nice job by Nebraska. Mallory Gregory, the sophomore from Florida, with a 9.875 career high. Last to go for Ohio State on the vault.
And a stick from Ella Siriord. That is exactly what they needed. And a stick from Mallory Gregory. Oh my gosh, back-to-back sticks. I don't think she has stuck that vault in competition yet this season. A little bit of a shift in her body position. Her feet did not move, but clutch performances for both athletes, especially Ella Siriord, as they needed to knock out that fall from Gianna Gertis.
Mallory Gregory tied her career high.
Sideways view, we're seeing exactly what the judges see. Huge height there, opens it up, and there is a little bit of a lift, but she manages to keep both feet planted, just the check with her body. And a great score, as you mentioned, Dean, tying her career high. Bravo.
Michigan State had to sit and wait. They'll have a chance when we come back. Meanwhile, Tori Vetter continues to tie career highs with 9.925. And don't forget about Nebraska's Hallie Rourke, also with a big number. The final rotation when we return. Get news, highlights, and analysis on The Big Show tonight at 10:30 Eastern on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. The Big Fives, the final rotation. Minnesota in the clubhouse, hanging a 196.9. Michigan State and Ohio State dead even as we head to the fifth rotation. Michigan State 14th in the country on the floor. Ohio State 16th in the country on the bars. The Buckeyes looking to shake things up. You see Nebraska not too far behind at 146.65, and Rutgers even has a chance to perhaps chase down Nebraska if they have a solid beam. Easier said than done, of course.
Definitely a couple different battles happening here, but I'm really interested in this Michigan State, Ohio State fight here, as both teams have had great years on these events. The key for Michigan State is going to be not getting ahead of themselves, not giving away tenths on landings because they're not controlling those landings. And Ohio State, they have to follow the NCAA bar secret sauce. That is, hit your handstands and stick your landings. And if they can come out of the gate hot with that, could put up a fight. This could be a really interesting final rotation.
Unofficially, for both Michigan State and Ohio State, a 49.1 on the floor and bars respectively would tie Minnesota's 196.9. Again, the number is 49.1 to tie Minnesota.
Not to mention, Ohio State did not have the balance beam rotation they usually do. I don't believe they even broke a 49. So for them to be tied with Michigan State means the other two events so far, floor exercise and vault, have been incredible for them. So this is really an opportunity for them to go lights out on bars and make a statement, whereas Michigan State really just has to do what Michigan State does. So there's an interesting dynamic happening here. The focus is all going to be on landings. Every movement, every slight little miss, that is what is going to be the difference between these teams.
Meredith Pavlosevic looking on alongside Olivia Karras, the four-time Big Ten champion from Michigan. I'm Dean Linke as Mike Rowe won the regular season last year for Michigan State, and you can see those teeth clench. He's trying to do it again.
He's definitely, this is his event. You know, this is his moment.
Heather Brink, very positive with her comments this week about her Cornhuskers. Feel like they're peaking at the right time. Heather Brink, former national champion, all-arounder at Nebraska. She is a Cornhusker for life. We'll start with Ohio State on the bars. Emma Pritchard, the senior from Asheville, Ohio, with a career-high 9.9. Ellie Beaufait will start on the floor for Michigan State.
These are both leadoff performers who have really proven themselves to be clutch in that first spot. They know how to start the rotation off strong. They have experience. So they're both athletes that really are comfortable in that position. That's important for the leadoff role. Might not be the athlete that gets that perfect 10. However, there have been some athletes in the past who have received perfect 10s in the leadoff position. My motto is, if it's 10 worthy, throw the 10. But these are two athletes that are really going to set the tone here. This whole rotation builds off of what we see from Ellie and from Emma.
So Ellie Beaufait on the right will go first for Michigan State. Emma Pritchard will go first for the Buckeyes. Meredith Pavlosevic kept it simple. We can win it at the end. We've got to hit our handstands and stick our dismounts.
That's the secret sauce.
Nebraska's Kinsey Davis will be first on the vault. And here we go, Emma Pritchard for the Buckeyes.
Big opening skill here. Lots of moving pieces in that. She did her Ginger release move directly into a shoot over. And here's her dismount. Blindfold, little loose there in the stomach. Let's see if she can get that stuck landing. There it is. Hit your handstand, stick your dismount, start it off strong. That's exactly what they needed. One done.
OSU, their best score on the bars this season is 49.275. As Ellie Beaufait for Michigan State.
Really dynamic opening double twist there from Ellie.
Katie Koopman up on the beam for Rutgers, grad student from Hawaii.
Beautiful leaps from Ellie. Switch ring to a switch half. Good save on balance beam from Katie. Very difficult triple series to start her routine. Had to lift the leg, so was a little bit off balance, but managed to stay on the beam. Second pass for Ellie, 1.5 front layout. Beautiful control, was holding on with her toes there and took the forward lunge you're allowed to have. Oh no, and a fall on balance beam. I was about to compliment such a unique connection, that switch leap to a side aerial, but just off balance there from Katie.
Michigan State's best floor score this season, 49.625.
Final pass from Ellie is a Rudy to a good lunge, a little bit of movement on that front foot, so a small deduction. The other two passes in the leaps were deduction-less, in my opinion. Well done for both the OSU and the MSU leadoff performers, and an unfortunate fall by Katie Koopman.
Kinsey Davis, the senior from North Carolina, career high 9.9, ready to go for the Cornhuskers.
Full twisting Yurchenko here from Kinsey. Little lack of control there on the landing. The gymnasts have to show 1 second of a landing before they turn and salute the judge.
Here's Sydney Washington with a career high of 9.9. She has so much power and strength.
Oh, I know. This routine is just jam-packed with amplitude and energy. There's that handstand. Good work there. Let's see if she can get the dismount landing. Oh, gosh. Big hop backward. That will absolutely cost her on that landing. So if Ohio State wants to stay in this, they really have to get the last 4 competitors to be zoned in and do their best.
Nebraska, second to go on the vault. Asia Hall, junior, 9.875 career high.
Asia has such beautiful lines, even on vault. Nice job there. Full twisting Yurchenko held that landing there, exactly what the judges wanted to see. Just needs to open the hips a little bit more.
Michaela Tucker, the talented freshman, with a career high 9.9. Long legs, beautiful lines for Tucker.
You took the words out of my mouth. Gorgeous opening pass there. Such long lines on that floaty layout step out.
Emily Lease with a 9.85 career high, waiting to go on the beam for Umi Salim Beasley and Rutgers.
Final pass here for Kayla. Front double full, really difficult to do at the end of the routine. No problems there. Well done as Emily Lease completes her series, a front toss into a back handspring. And another hit routine from Michigan State. They are just rolling with momentum over there on floor.
Tori Vetter has been a rock star all season long and today. 9.9 career high on the bars. She's up and rolling for the Buckeyes.
A little bit of a wobble there from Emily Lease on her jump connection, but Tori Vetter, that Tkachev opening skill is just massive. She is one of the best, performs it at one of the best, highest levels I've seen in the NCAA. Good handstand there on the high bar. Let's see if she can get that stuck landing. That step there is going to cost them, and a little shaky routine over there from Emily Lease, but really brought it back with that nice dismount.
Isabel Saikon, 9.85, freshman San Antonio for the Huskers.
Another full twisting Yurchenko here. Good job on the execution, just that hop backward. That is the only deduction really in that routine. Has to open the hips up a little bit more in order to let that landing just float into place. But a great lineup so far on vault from Nebraska.
Bars fourth up, Peyton Harris for Ohio State, 9.9 career high.
Peyton is really patient on this event. Great handstand there. Huge ray, incredible amplitude, showing these handstand positions. Nice work there on the bail handstand. Back up to the high bar. Gorgeous job on the final handstand. Just the dismount here, blindfold, double tuck. There you go. I saw the smallest little movement. I don't know if it was the mat. I don't know if it was my eyes. I have no idea. But again, that was big. That was the best routine so far in the lineup, execution-wise.
Gabby Steven on the floor for the Spartans. She owns a career high of 9.975, season high of 9.9.
Really nice job on that first pass. Had to step forward instead of backward, a result of a little bit of under rotation. The judges won't take too much, but they will take a small deduction.
Gabby Steven, I had to look again. She's only a junior. She feels like she's been there forever.
Ever since she was a freshman, she has this leadership energy to her. I just see her as a natural leader.
See Dildy still waiting to go on the beam. I feel like Rutgers has been in the middle of multiple traffic jams with scoring.
Final pass here from Gabby Steven. Finishes it up with a front double full. So difficult, really good job there at the end of the routine when you're tired. To do that type of difficulty is impressive.
Right before Steven, Tucker tied her career high with a 9.9. Meanwhile, Beaufait with a new career high of 9.925 for Michigan State.
They said dogs gotta eat.
Chenge Boxkai for Nebraska.
Competing at Yurchenko, 1.5. Good work there, just that step forward. It looks like she just has a natural slight bend in her knees. Really hard to minimize those deductions, so unfortunately the judges will take that as an execution deduction.
Beautiful mount from Dildy, the freshman from Virginia Beach.
Nice job there on the series. Front toss to a back handspring. Good work continuing movement with her arms. Beautiful split position on that switch side element. This full turn actually done in reverse of what we're used to seeing, but still fulfills the requirement.
Delaney Harkness, the senior, with a 9.95 career high. We've seen Beaufait already set a new record. We've seen Tucker tie it. Let's see what Harkness can do for the Spartans.
A little over-rotated there. Unfortunately, Dean, you gave her some announcer's curse. Just a little over-rotated, which resulted in a little lack of control, so the judges will take for that. But gosh, that half-in, half-out opening skill is massive. And Dildy, incredible finish to that routine.
Martina Comine, the senior from Italy, with a career high of 9.925 on the left for the Cornhuskers.
Another Yurchenko, 1.5. It's been big for them to have this vault back in the lineup. Good job there. Smallest little shuffle on the landing, but those blind landings are really difficult to nail. And she did her absolute best at minimizing that deduction. Cole Riccardi on uneven bars. She has been ace on this event this season. Career high of a 9.95. Huge Ray release move as Delaney Harkness completes her front through double tuck, a little over rotated there, so just off overall for Harkness. A really nice Stalder circle there. And the smallest little shuffle with the left foot from Nicole Riccardi, but an excellent bar routine.
Last to go for the Huskers on the vault, Emma Spence, the junior from Canada, with a career high, season high, set this year of a 9.95.
Another Yurchenko, 1.5. She really can find this landing. Now's the time to do it. Big hop forward. Just looked like she threw her chest forward. Wasn't really settling into the landing before reacting. It's a common thing to do when it comes to those types of blind landings.
Last to go for Ohio State on the bars. Remember, they're 16th in the country. Kaylin Mintz, the sophomore from Wilmington, North Carolina, I believe this is her first time this season on the bar.
That is correct. What a spot to be in as a freshman. Great amplitude so far in this routine. I can see why they have her in this spot.
It's Jackie Manifold on the right for Rutgers, the junior from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
A big dismount here from Kaylin Mintz. Beautiful job. Oh no. A nice back handspring layout as, unfortunately, it looks like Kaylin Mintz tweaked something on her dismount.
Nikki Smith, first pass. She's already got a 10. The sophomore trying to close it out for Michigan State and clinch the regular season title all by themselves.
Incredible position there on the switch half to straddle full. Just beautiful job. Love that turn by Jackie Manifold. Such control, and speaking of control, that landing there by Nikki Smith was perfect.
You called Harkness right. She did get a deduction. She came in at a 9.85.
Good work by Jackie Manifold on balance beam. You know, Rutgers is working through these routines. I think beam is really just a traditionally strong event for them, and they're showing that here. Final pass here for Nikki Smith, finishing it off with a big sky-high double tuck. Incredible. I mean, she's it. She's the moment. It's happening.
Olivia, one of the best things that happened right before that last pass was Skyla Schulte. You keep talking about her leadership. She gave one last little word of advice to Nikki Smith, and off she went. Heartbreak City here for the Buckeyes. Kaylin Mintz, the sophomore from Wilmington, North Carolina. Rachel Riley, the Canadian sophomore for Rutgers.
Beautiful back handspring layout step out from Rachel. I have been looking forward to watching her NCAA career. Really highly anticipated freshman. Unfortunately, has that Achilles injury last season, but has come back this year looking really strong. Split jump to split three-quarter. Beautiful control, really difficult skill there. That's her full turn. Good job working through that. Just the dismount here, back handspring, 1.5. Couldn't quite hold the landing to show control, so the judges will deduct for that. As per the new rule, athletes need to show control before turning to salute the judge. But such a joy to see her compete this season.
Last on the floor for Michigan State, Skyla Schulte, 9.975 career high. Harkness with a 9.85, Smith with a 9.85.
Skyla, talk about performing. Skyla knows how to do that. That was a perfect full twisting double tuck, and now she just gets to have fun and enjoy herself. She's very good at that.
That was a brilliant first pass.
Oh, yeah.
She makes you smile so much your face hurts.
Oh, I know. I couldn't agree more. And then she comes back and performs leaps like that. Absolutely perfect. Gorgeous extension from one toe to the other. Beautiful work. And just her final pass to combination front through to a double tuck. I'm ready for her to get a 10. Can someone give her a 10, please?
Yeah, she deserves a 10.
Absolutely incredible. The team is screaming for a 10, and that most certainly, I see here 197.2, that most certainly will give it to Michigan State.
The bounce with Skyla Schulte, as you see Michigan State will win the regular season. Stephanie Zanella, last to go for Rutgers on the beam. The senior from New Jersey with a 9.925 career high. Skyla Schulte with hugs all around. I can tell you.
Excuse me, such a difficult jump there by Stephanie Zanella.
Unofficially, Peyton Harris looks like she'll take the all-around, followed by Tori Vetter. And Schulte 9.925 for Schulte.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
That's going to be enough, though. Michigan State, see Zanella.
Beautiful work by Stephanie Zanella. That is a routine you should make sure you're paying attention to, because it will vie for a balance beam title at the Big Ten Championship. She is great.
The Michigan State Spartans have done it, going undefeated in the regular season, back-to-back seasons as your Big Ten champs, finishing it off in the floor with class. We'll be back to wrap it up from Rec Hall.
I'm on Hulu.
Coming up, it's Big Ten hockey as Michigan hosts Notre Dame. It's next only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. We'll get you out to Michigan after we wrap things up, where Michigan State has won the regular season yet again, Olivia Karas.
And rightfully so. The amazing amount of emotion, passion, excitement on these incredible women's faces. I mean, my gosh, I couldn't have pictured it better myself for the Michigan State Spartans.
Wendy Fallon from the Big Ten handing the trophy to Gabby Stevens. Skyla Schulte right there. The entire team, a motto of consistency really from day one.
It's been so fun watching this team grow. I think they're reaching that point this season where it's no longer a, wow, Michigan State's here to play. Last year, Michigan State looks good, and this year it's, yeah, Michigan State's good, and they're going to keep getting better, and they look incredible.
Mike Rowe, what a job he's done leading the Michigan State Spartans back to prominence, national rankings, and a team that could make some noise. The Buckeyes had a couple superstars in the all-around story. Peyton Harris wins it with a 39.5. Tori Vetter with a 39.45. And Skyla Schulte, 11th in the country, with a 39.4.
And what a great all-around battle here. We will see these athletes in East Lansing in a couple of weeks. And so to see this competition so far, what we have in this conference with the all-around, it's pretty special.
Don't forget, tomorrow, 4:30, as we've got Illinois, Iowa, Maryland, Michigan, and Penn State for the second session of the Big Fives.
And there is still a lot on the line here. There is a competition for those 4 spots in the evening session. That is the session you want to be in at the Big Ten Championship. So tomorrow's competition, while we've crowned a regular season champion, is extremely important.
If you only had 10 seconds to say something to Mike Rowe, what would you say to him?
Nice work, boss. You're crushing it, and keep it up. And looking forward to the remainder of season, because I think the Magic's just started.
Solid performances from all 5 teams here in the first session. Again, tomorrow, 4:30, the second Big Five. Penn State hosting Michigan, Maryland, Iowa, and Illinois. Michigan State undefeated, and once again, your Big Ten regular season champs in women's gymnastics. As we've said, coming up, it's Big Ten hockey, Notre Dame and Michigan, with Ben Hoden and Fred Plesh on the call. For the great Olivia Karas, I'm Dean Linke saying good night from State College, Michigan State, your regular season champs.